Hello, wonderful seekers, and welcome to Ruby Rose Tarot. I am thrilled to have you here. This is a general reading for the week of September 16th through the 22nd. I hope that you have all survived the full moon in Pisces. It was definitely some intense energy. I had a lot of trouble just falling asleep because the energy was very intense. And this was supposed to be a very transformational full moon, and you can see in the cards with the fives that energy is still lingering. And even with this goddess of the moon oracle card, that energy is not going away anytime soon. This week, the biggest things that are going on astrologically this week that you should know about is that on Saturday, which is 14th, which is not in this week though, Venus did enter into Libra where she is exalted. So I definitely feel this week that there is going to be a lot more flood of feminine, divine feminine energy. And that's because Venus is feeling really good in Libra. That's her sign. And you are going to feel, even for men, much more in touch with that feminine energy. Things might be a little nurturing. You know, we had with Mars in Virgo, there's just been very much of the do, soldier energy. But with Venus moving into Libra, hopefully that's going to soften. And rather than you trying to use a shoehorn to get stuff done, you might realize, I'm going to take a different approach. I'm going to use a little more nurturing or softer energy to get things done this week. And you might very well get results, to your surprise, that maybe why things weren't getting done in the past couple weeks, despite all the squares and oppositions, is because maybe there just needed to be a softer energy. And that is definitely coming through this week. Communication, though, might be a little tougher as well. On Saturday, Mercury moved into Libra. Mercury is much more comfortable in Virgo than in Libra. So that's a little bit to Mercury's detriment. It's not anything terrible, but if you're finding hard to express yourself, or emails aren't going through, or it's not a retrograde situation, but it's just Mercury's not as comfortable, so your words may feel awkward or uncomfortable. Just something to be aware of. But the big things that are going on this week, September 18th, Saturn is stationing direct. It's been still for some time, so he's going to start moving forward again in Capricorn, which is a good, strong energy to start moving forward. However, we still have Jupiter squaring Neptune until the 21st, and that does create some challenges, since both are in their home signs. Neptune is in Pisces and Jupiter is in Sagittarius, and they are brothers and they are of equal power. Neither one may be backing off. So, with Mercury being in a sign that is not necessarily comfortable with, there may be misunderstandings. You may have heard something wrong. You may not back down from that. And then, once the kerfluffle blows over on the 21st, you realize, it's just a matter of miscommunication, or I mistook something that way. And that is definitely coming up with this Five of Swords energy. This is definitely, your words definitely could have won the battle, but you may be losing the war. So be really careful with your words this week. That is something, you may have a really good sharp retort, but you could really hurt someone and do some long-term damage in work or personal life. But most of all, let's get into the cards, to the tarot. Like I said, these fives are showing the continued transformational energy that happened with Pisces. And some of you this week may still be struggling to get rid of the feelings of lack and to get rid of the negative self-talk and the self-defeating thoughts and thought patterns. Looping thoughts is one I like to say, when you just keep beating yourself up over something that does nothing, or what I call spiraling thoughts, where you just spiral down. Or if you're having money problems, you're just continuing to beat the drum of lack. You're just continuing to focus on what you don't have, rather than being in a vibration of gratitude and giving thanks and love and appreciation and gratitude for the things that you do have, which is the only way that you are going to get that. And I feel like right now this popped into me. It's like some of you are like, Ruby, I know that. I'm having a hard time getting out of this patterning. Well, it's okay. This energy and continuing through the week, you are still switching. You can't get out of negative patterns by just hitting a light switch and going, okay, I'm not going to have that thought anymore. No, your body is conditioned, right? You've now conditioned your entire body. Your body's on board with it. So even if you see the person at work that always ticks you off and you said, you know what, I'm not going to let them affect me, your body still may have a reaction to them, and still go down that path because you've always done that. And so your body's supporting you in the previous thought patterns that you've had. You have to be very, very conscious of that, and it's not going to happen overnight. And that's okay. And it's okay because what I absolutely love is the Nine of Pentacles. Look at all this feminine energy. This is Venus coming in and telling you it's okay. She's got you, right? This Nine of Pentacles where she's in the garden of material possessions. And it's not saying that we want material things, but we do want to not have to worry about things, right? And that's this. You're worrying about this and it's not allowing you to get here. You have to stop worrying about this and appreciate what you have in order to get here. And this woman knows that. I mean, she calls this bird to her. She has enough manifesting and gratitude to know that if she calls a bird, it will come and land on her. So this is that kind of energy. This is knowing and trusting in the universe. This goddess of the moon is highly intuitive energy. This is going in. Look, people, in order to transform, you have to listen to your gut instinct. Stop talking yourself in and out of stuff. Stop listening to the thoughts and turn them off and get intuitively in touch with yourself, right? Do you feel a need to go a different way to work? Do you feel a different way to do something, right? This is your intuition and that is your divine, right? This is source talking through you to go, you know what? In order to change this, you have to start going with me a little bit and trusting me a little bit. And even though you've done this the same way all the time, let's start doing it a different way, right? Let's change the mindset. If you always take the stairs or the elevator at work, we'll take the stairs. If you're always ordering coffee at Starbucks and you're worried about money, but you're like, I can't live without my coffee. Well, let's try. Let's go a day. Let's see. Have some tea instead. You know what I'm just saying? It's just a matter of like, hey, switch it up. You're gonna be okay. You can change the patterns, right? The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. So if you don't like where you are and you're trying to change, you're trying to be a better person, you're trying to have more money, you're trying to attract a lover, whatever, you've got to change it up. You just have to. And a huge part, guys, I get it, is faith and trust here, and listening to yourself. I get it. You're like, I've had to have faith and trust for the past couple of years now. There's just been some stuff going on. And it's just what you have to do. And you're like, okay, those are easy words to throw out, but they really suck going through them. And look, man, I get it. I totally do get it. But gosh, guys, we just make so much more out of it than there is. Not like more out of it, but the career and the status and the money is not nearly as important as connection, right? And people you love and creating memories and having amazing experiences, right? Having wealth and sitting there, this to me is an absolute state of mind, right? You could be in your little dinky apartment with your little 32-inch tiny little TV or whatever, and you're eating ramen, but if you feel like you have the world at your fingertips, you will, because you have good friends that love and support you, right? Some of the richest people are the most miserable people. This is not about money, although you absolutely can have it. This is about abundance. but an abundance of self, abundance of spirit, abundance of love, abundance of, all kinds of good stuff, right? Abundance of even thought. So it is definitely, it's interesting. I just want to point out that this was the first card I picked. This was the second card I picked. This was the third card I picked, which I love, right? This is the week going. This is you guys going through the week and you are ending here. It is okay. You have got this. I put the energy card for this week. Goddess is with you. Higher, divine, feminine energy is with you. So trust, have faith. If you catch yourself diving down to these old thought patterns, take a rubber band, smack it on your wrist, tell yourself to stop that. There's the exercise of writing down all your negative thoughts and then going back and reading them and going, oh my gosh, do I really talk about myself like this? Start a gratitude journal. There's even, I'm going to put some links. There's some gratitude IMs that you can listen to. IMs are a great way. You can even listen to them in your sleep and start to reprogram yourself to think differently, to have a different vibration, a vibration that is more in line with your source. So this to me is a wonderful week. I think it starts off a little bumpy, maybe getting into work on Monday, but I do think that the week ends, I think you're having, which is great because the energy after Jupiter and Neptune stop squaring will be much lighter. And especially as we head into Libra season, that'll lighten up too. And so I feel like, we are dealing with a little heavier energy, more transformational energy at the beginning of the week, but man, does it go out. There's something that's going to happen at the end of the week that you're like, I got this. You're going to have a newfound confidence about yourself at the end of the week. I feel it so strongly. And I'm just so thrilled. Because guys, this has been, I don't mean to beat a dead horse, but it's been heavy, right? Heavy, intense energy that we're all muddling through. It hasn't been easy for anyone, but we're going to come out at the end okay. And so much of us coming out at the end okay is the love and gratitude and appreciation that we have for ourselves, that we understand our worth, right? We understand that we are worthy to be in a garden full of prosperity and joy and happiness, and that we can feel at home there, right? So I hope you have a most incredible week. It's going to turn out great. Just keep that positive energy flowing. Beat the drum of love and gratitude, and, watch your words this week. Definitely watch your words. Don't react. Take a pause. Take some deep breaths, and you guys are going to have a beautiful end of the week. All right. So much love, peace, and prosperity to you all. See you next week. Bye.